Hey, what's up, guys? This is JT. Today I want to talk to you on day 20 about leadership. And what I want to talk to you about is some basic stuff that a lot of times people skip because they start running. What I want you to do is, if you get a chance, I want you to write this down in your notes if you can, if you're trying to grow. But before I do that, I want to remind you again that we are raising funds to help with students, to help with feeding those who are homeless or who are struggling to find groceries, and lastly, to help those who are in need to pay bills. You go to the link below, you can subscribe to this page. We're doing a 21-day countdown. We're on day 20, I believe, right? We're in day 20, counting down, trying to raise funds to help people that are in need. And so please support us, man. I know guys have that. We ask for $100 per person if you can. And if you can't, give whatever God laid on your heart to do. All right? Love you. So check this out. This is called vision. The ultimate goal. That's the end result of whatever you're trying to do and accomplish. This is called progress. Progress. Where have you moved the needle? Challenge. What hinders you from progress? Success. What are your wins and what you're doing? And then this is the very important right here. Systems. What and who needs to improve concerning function? How do people function? What do they do every day? Then this is where you are a leader have to make sure you're working in the mission. It's a one sentence to describe your job and your mission or ministry focus or leadership. So what that is, what happens is, if I'm going to build something and I want to do something, I'm going to give a great example of what I mean. I am right now working on doing this with you, and you're learning, you're going to watch me grow as I do this, is my social media platforms. I am passionate about church planning, and I'm passionate about leadership development. And I'm very passionate about growing men. Like I believe a man should have healthiness in his family. So what I have to learn how to do is, I know the ultimate goal of the vision is to teach leading men, right? So I will put here, leading men. So that covers my leadership, and that also covers helping men, right? Okay, told you my handwriting's terrible. Then progress. Where have you moved the needle? I started making the videos. What hinders your progress? Team right now. I need a bigger team, right? What wins do you have? I started. So, right? What and who is in your system? And that's a list of the people that you need on your team to help you to grow. So I'm gonna put a question mark here, and you can put a question mark here too if you want to, right? Do the one sentence. My one sentence goal will always be my mantra. Is to win the lost and strengthen the believer through the love of Jesus Christ. That's my vision. I'm sorry, I said my vision. My mission is to pour in to people leadership, then to help men grow stronger in their walk with God and with their families. Leadership to strengthen leaders, and to help men walk in their relationship with God and with their families. So what has to happen is, if you have all of these different things, these are all the platforms I'm using right now to reach people. Speaking, meeting up, having the men come together once a month, conference, product, e-blast, website. Now, I put these as tools together that I want you to see. This is getting your information out there, right? This is getting together. So these are meetings. This is marketing. Let me give you 2 points to this, and I want you to see this. The marketing has to come before the meetings. And nobody's gonna wanna hear you speak if they don't know what you're marketing about, they don't know what you stand for, they don't do that. I put video, I choose to use video form because I'm a better communicator. You know, I love writing and I love communicating, but right now my speaking is better than my writing, so I'm getting better at writing. So I'm getting better at writing, but while I'm getting better at writing, I'm using speaking. So I have my YouTube, my social media, my e-blast, my links and all that. I make my videos and I hear it, and I put the same stuff over here. So when you market that, what you have to do now is you have to take all of this information in marketing, and I hope you can see this. I'm gonna write it up top here. You have to schedule it out. You have to schedule all that out. And then in the meetings, then this is booking. Before anybody books you or want to bring you anywhere, they got to know what you stand for. They got to know what you're passionate about. They got to know what you're going to talk about, and they got to know why you're doing what you're doing. For me, example is for me, I love talking to men, and I love talking to youth too. I love talking to the people in general. I'm big on family. If we were just talking about me in general, I'm big on family. And I think leadership begins at home. So if somebody was to bring me in, they're not only do they know I'm gonna cover business, but I'm gonna also cover how you treat your family in the process. You know, I'm gonna tell you that there is no balance, but there are times where you have to give one thing more attention and sometimes you have to give the other. I'm gonna tell you that as a leader, one of the things you have to learn how to do is lead your family, because I'm a guy who loves the Lord. So 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, is clearly talks about what the requirements of a man is to be an elder or a deacon in the church is how he treats his family. So if I'm loving my family and I'm taking care of my home, all of these things, when I start to communicate them, they make sense to you. This is like a lot of men right now can't talk about marriage from the pulpit because their marriages are not healthy. A lot of men can't talk about financial stability because they don't know how to budget money, or they can't talk about stealing money and you shouldn't steal and all that because they probably stealing money. But somebody who's walking in integrity, they can communicate the vision of that. They can tell you the process of it, the challenges of it, the success, the systems, and help you to find your mission for what God has called you to do. And so by using myself as an example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to formulate material around the premise of these things that I have to use. I know my podcast is going to be basically audio, so I'm going to make sure the audio is really good, it's clear, it works. Social media, I know I can use posts, I know I can use video, and I know I can share links, right? And then on my website, this is how you connect. Now, here's the thing. The connection part will lead to this. Because then once people start to connect on your website, they get an understanding of where you've been to school at, how you're educated, and hopefully you're not doing this fraudulent thing where people write doctor on their name and you don't even know what college they went to and they never post to school. Shout out to Liberty and TCC, throwing love in my institutions. But you want to know where somebody goes, and then what happens is on that website they can sign up an email. Then that sends them an e-blast. Then they have product that they can purchase. And then when you have a conference, they can attend your they can have you come speak at their conference, or you have a conference, you could be a part of it. Then you start building your speaking engagements. Then you can meet up, right? With the people that you're doing groups with, that have focus groups that all men come to, right? I have a missional community with men. A missional community is nothing more than doing life together with other men and talking about marriage and family and growing, so we meet up. And then once a month, I'm working on doing a project where all the men come together and we just get a good word and be encouraged and inspired in a particular area. All that starts with me working through this. Like the video I'm doing right now, it's tedious work. There's a person right now working behind the camera. They got to do the editing, the working, but then you got one person who's got to make sure the e-blast. And one person can do all of this, but they would die. Right? You got to build a team in areas where people can work, man, that they're not killing themselves and burning out. And so I want to challenge you, if you're trying to build something or grow something, understand that this is like a basic process. You write out the information of vision, progress, challenge, success, systems, and missions. And you can always update this. And this is where you start at. Okay, so I'm working on right now recording, oops, sorry. Don't worry about it, I dropped it. Recording videos. Don't edit it out, don't edit it out. So recording videos. And as I record the videos, what winds up happening is I start to place them on the different social media tools. I start to put it on the website, I put it on YouTube, and then it builds from there. Then people start following what I'm doing, and then they ask to come and hear me speak. And then they come to something that I do, or they become a part of something I'm doing. Man, this is work. It's not easy. You actually got to have material that people want to hear about, and you have to actually be passionate. So let me close with this. This is the part that bothers me a lot about the work that I'm doing. People just try to sell you stuff or try to get you to be a part of stuff, and they're really not passionate about it. They're chasing money. I'm going to say this until you get it. I got this from Rick Warren. I think it's one of the most powerful things I've ever heard, and I'm going to brand it and try to make it my own. Shout out to Rick Warren. Love people and use money. Don't use people to make money. If you're not really passionate about the stuff you're talking about, you only want to do it so you can cut a check, you're horrible. So you can get ads and stuff on YouTube and Facebook and people pay you money. You're not really caring about the people you do. I'm really interested in seeing men grow. I grew up without a father. My father was not a good man when it came to loving me or loving my mom. I went through a lot of stuff that nobody should go through. But I'm raising my kids in a different light because I'm loving on them and I have a passion for it. So all the material that I'm giving you is actually something that I care about and that I want to do. And so I want to challenge you to go through this steps. You can pause it, video, hopefully help you get a good shot of this. And you can look at this part right here and then you can map out what you want to do. And I recommend a great person by the name of Ladies for You Ladies, Lakeisha McKnight. She's a good friend of mine. She can help you work through this process as well, and just help you to grow, be coached, to be be pushed and all those different things. And I wanted to challenge you, man. If you can't support our ministry for what we're doing, to reach out to the city in the Virginia area of Portsmouth, Virginia. We are not a sin city yet, but I'm believing God that one day we will be with the North American Mission Board. I'm praying that all organizations will want to start to help our city, our state, because our state really needs to hear the gospel more. And our state also needs to see more entrepreneurs growing and learning. I happen to be in a state where it's highest rate of dropouts. In the state of highest dropout rate in the city of Virginia, not state, but the city of Virginia. And so that's one of my passions, to help young men to graduate high school, to go to college, to walk in the dorm and for the first time to do things that they probably never thought they would dream of doing. And you can help me do that by supporting what we're doing. So hopefully this material will help you to do so, and it will bless your life. And I'm gonna say it again, always remember to chase your dream, because eventually one day God will help you to catch it. Have a blessed one, y'all.